Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Mathematics JEE. It is saying for positive integers n, p and q define in like this. Okay, so we have this in as integral 0 to infinity dx divided by e to the power x plus e to the power minus x whole to the power n. Okay, and f of pq like this. So f of pq is this integral. If I22 is f of alpha beta divided by gamma, where alpha beta gamma all are natural numbers, then the value of gamma into alpha plus beta is equal to 1. So we have to somehow express this integral in terms of this given integral. Okay, so we have to compare these two integrals. So let us proceed with this integral first. Okay, we have to somehow convert this into this form. So we can actually see here that if we go by trigonometric substitution, we will get benefited, right? Because this integral here on the uh, second part here, it is actually related to some trigonometric terms, because we can substitute here x equal to sine square theta. So we can express this integral in terms of this trigonometric function sine and cos. This will become 1 minus sine square theta, so cos square theta. So this integral is related to trigonometric terms. That means we can proceed by trigonometric substitution. Then we can convert this integral into this form. Okay. So now let us try some trigonometric substitution. Now what will be that trigonometric substitution? That is the main question. So we can see here this x is varying from 0 to infinity, right? So what trigonometric function is there whose range is all over the real line, right? The most obvious thing, the most obvious function that comes in our mind is the tangent function, tan theta, right? So we can substitute e to the power x equal to tan theta here, right? So e to the power x dx will become secant square theta d theta. That means it will become tan theta. So divided by tan theta. And if we simplify this, it will become 1 by cos square into cos by sine. That means d theta divided by sine theta, then cos theta. Okay, so we get in is equal to, this will be when x is 0, tan theta is 1, means theta is pi by 4, and when x is infinity, that means theta is pi by 2. Okay, so from here we can say this will be d theta, then it will be 1 by sine theta cos theta, and then e to the power x plus e to the power minus x will be tan theta plus cot theta, right? So we can write this as 1 by sine theta cos theta. We broke it down in sine and cos and we simplify it to get this form. Okay, so we can say this will become sine theta cos theta whole to the power n. Okay, so this we can write as integral pi by 4 to pi by 2, then sine theta whole to the power n minus 1 cos theta whole to the power n minus 1 d theta. So now we have to convert this integral into this form. Okay, so we already discussed this is related to sine square theta form, right? Here if we put x equal to sine square theta, we can convert this integral into this form. So we may try by using some t equal to sine square theta type of substitution in this integral. Okay, in. So let us do this first. So we can substitute this, let's say t equal to sine square theta, and this n minus 1 will get changed to n minus 1 by 2, because here it will be sine square theta. So we can see it that it will be t to the power n minus 1 by 2 times, now see, cos square theta to the power n minus 1 by 2, here it will be, and then cos square theta we can write as 1 minus sine square theta, which is 1 minus t, right? So it will be 1 minus t, then it will be n minus 1 by 2, And then if we calculate this dt, 2 sine theta cos theta d theta. Okay, so dt is this, that means we can substitute d theta here. uh, so d theta will become dt divided by 2 sine theta cos theta. Now what will be this sine theta cos theta? Sine theta cos theta we can easily calculate. Sine theta will be root t, and cos theta will be root under 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, so sine theta is root t, and cos theta is root under this, so root under 1 minus t. That means from here we can say it will be half, then it will be t to the power n minus 1 divided by 2, and 1 minus t whole to the power n minus 1 divided by 2, divided by this will be t to the power half, and then 1 minus t whole to the power half, right, dt. So the limits will be from what to what? It will be half to 1, right? Because when theta is pi by 4, t is sine square pi by 4, which is half, and when theta is pi by 2, sine square theta is 1. So this limit will be half to 1. Now this, if we simplify, it will be half to 1, then t to the power, this we can write again as n by 2. This will be overall minus 1, right? And this will be 1 minus t whole to the power n by 2 minus 1 dt. Now see, here we have the limits as half to 1. Okay, but in the f of pq format we have this limits as 0 to 1. Now we have to relate the limits. Okay, so we have to equalize the limits first. So let us first take this function. Okay, so here if we take this function, let's say t to the power n by 2 minus 1, 1 minus t whole to the power n by 2 minus 1. Okay, let's say this is f of t. So if f of t is this, we can say f of 1 minus t will be what? It will be 1 minus t whole to the power n by 2 minus 1 times t to the power n by 2 minus 1, right? So this is exactly equal to f of t. Now see, if we have a function like this, okay, this is some x equal to 0, and this is some x equal to a. Okay, and we have a function which satisfies fx equal to f of a minus x. So let us take a general point on this function y equal to fx. Okay, so let's take this x here. Okay, this distance is x is positive. So let's say y equal to fx will give us this point. Now if fx is f of a minus x, that means we travel a here and then return back by a distance of x. This is a, total a, and we return by a distance of x. That means this point will be our f of a minus x, right? Now according to this equation, we have these 2 points in the same horizontal line, because this is some y naught, right? This f of x and f of a minus x are equal, and they are equal to some constant y naught. Okay, for this case, for some particular x. Okay, so that means if we check for other points on this curve, that means we will obtain some graph like this, right? Or maybe we can get some curve like this, right? Or maybe can we get a straight line, right? So it all depends on this function, but the main thing that will remain constant, that is this function will be symmetric about this middle line, right? This line is x equal to a by 2. So tell me, if a function is symmetric about this line, right, this middle line, then let's take this function like this. Okay, so if this function is symmetric about this middle line, these two areas will be equal, right? These two areas here, this yellow area, yellow and white area, and this red and white area. Okay, these two areas will be same, right? That means this is nothing, this area here it will be nothing but half to 1 integral f of t dt, and this integral will be this area will be integral 0 to half f of t integral dt, right? So we can say this area integral half to 1 f of t dt will be simply the half of the total area, right? So it will be half of total area, that means integral 0 to 1 f of t dt divided by 2. So we can apply this concept for this function here, right? So it will be half into, this will be half times integral 0 to 1, then t to the power n by 2 minus 1, 1 minus t whole to the power n by 2 minus 1 dt. So we can say our in will be 1 by 4 integral 0 to 1 t to the power n by 2 minus 1 and 1 minus t whole to the power n by 2 minus 1 dt will be simply uh, representing this f of pq, right? So in this case it will be simply f of n by 2 and then n by 2, right? So we will get that if we put here n is 22 in the question statement, so I22 will be 1 by 4 f of, this will be 11 comma 11. Okay, so we can say clearly this will be our alpha, this will be our beta, and this will be our gamma. That means the value of gamma into alpha plus beta will be 4 times 11 plus 11, that means 4 times 22, which is 88. So 88 will be our correct answer for this problem.